Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday. It's the first day of November 2022. I hope you're all healthy and safe today. I hope that your family's also healthy and safe and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field and the first responders who every day are trying with one goal, save human lives. Blessings also upon those that pick up garbage for us to keep our streets and sidewalks and parks and highways clean. And those that make deliveries of important things for us like food and shelter, food and water, as well as mail. Also, double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue and deliver the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia happening in every state and in every county of every state in the United States and around the world. Blessings upon those people and those also that are trying to help those that are in prostitution, in child prostitution, in pornography, in child pornography, in human trafficking and sex slavery. And double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and those perverts that are creating this market. Finally, blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children that are homeless on the streets, especially the children. Millions around the world in similar or worse conditions, and blessings upon them. For theirs is the kingdom. Today, we want to talk about panic and patience. The Knicks have played 6 games. They are 3-3 after 6 games. And people are already panicking, talking about what they need to do, who they need to trade, what they need to change. It is too early in the season to start panicking. It is too early in the season to make assessments about what they need or don't need. They obviously need improvements. Tom Thibodeau said as much. And as we stated, and if you look at the last 2 seasons, even last year, the Knicks get better as the season goes on. When I say they're going to win 45 games or more, that means they could lose up to 37 games. They're going to be games they get blown out of. They're going to be games they lose close. They're going to be games they lose in overtime. And then there's going to be the flip side where they blow out teams, where they win games close, where they win in overtime. That's part of the season. Okay? And a lot of y'all, and this is where I start to differentiate between true fans and fair weather fans, or people that are really not fans at all, but just are sick in their mind to come onto a Knicks channel and into a Knicks fandom and start talking as if they fans and they not. Just to spew hate. It's really sad. It's really sad that some of your lives are like that. But RJ Barrett was the number 3 overall pick for the Knicks. And people are always crapping on him. This is why the New York Knicks uniform, it's the people like y'all. The New York Knicks uniform is the heaviest one in the league. Because of the media here that shows hate and people that claim to be Knicks fans that show hate. RJ Barrett is 22 years old. He has gotten better every season. And he will get better this season. He's already showed nuances of improvement. Some of y'all talk about, well, he can't play defense. When you try to play and guard the number 1 offensive player on every team, you're going to look bad too. Okay? This ain't high school. This ain't college. This is the league. Okay? So he's guarding the top offensive player on every team. And that's not easy. Okay? And he's getting better at that. Also, Cam Reddish. So this last game, okay, let's get clear on this thing. The ball was being dribbled, wasn't being moved well. He gets the basketball with either 2 seconds or less on the shot clock. So he has to throw something up in those scenarios. So he takes a bad shot. But that's not because he takes bad shots in general. It's because there was no time left on the clock when he got the basketball. Now, does he take bad shots occasionally? Listen, tell me a player that doesn't. Some of y'all that claim to be Knicks fans are too quick to crap on your own team and your own player. 6 games, we are into an 82-game season. It means we have 76 games. This is a marathon. This ain't a sprint. This ain't one and done in college or high school. This is the league. It takes time for a team to develop. Just the other night, Golden State lost to Detroit. Golden State, the NBA champions, they lost to Detroit 128-114. What if the Knicks lost to Detroit? What would some of y'all be doing? This is the NBA champions, and they still favored to be among the championship teams this year. Would y'all be saying, oh, they need to go trade everybody and start over? That's what some of y'all would be doing. Okay? They lost to Detroit. This is the league. It can happen to anybody at any time. All right? So the Knicks are actually, to me, on a good trajectory. Going into the game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were number 1 in the NBA against three-point defense. Okay? They were. They were number 1 in the NBA 2 years ago in three-point defense. Last year, they had an aberration because Kemba Walker, because Evan Fournier played too much, started too many minutes, and that cost us. Okay? Evan started getting better as the season went on, but again, we know he's never going to be a top flight defender. And again, it's not about his effort. He gives a lot of effort, Evan Fournier. He just doesn't have the foot speed and quickness to guard at any level in the NBA. He doesn't. Tremendous shooter. Tremendous shooter. Okay. Does Thibodeau make some mistakes? Do I feel like maybe Cam Reddish should have been out there? See, it's not about how bad or good Cam Reddish played against Cleveland to me. It was matchups. He was the better defender. He's always the better defender than Evan Fournier. I would have had him out there. But see, that's what Tibbs decided not to do. He wanted Fournier out there. Okay. It's what it is. We don't need to jump off a bridge at every decision Tom Thibodeau makes. Okay? Some of y'all do. I suggest this. Go root for the Nets or whatever other team you want to root for. But don't come in the Knicks fan nation and try to act like you a Knicks fan and you ready to jump off a bridge. What do you got some of y'all on drugs or something? I mean, what's the problem? It ain't that serious. We only in game 6 here. Okay? And we got a big time schedule coming up. Atlanta tomorrow night. Philly on Friday. And that's a part of a back-to-back against Boston on Saturday. That's now we're getting into some serious competition right here. And so the Knicks against Milwaukee, NBA champions again, Giannis Antetokounmpo, all-world, literally an all-world style player. We lost that game. They're a better team. Are we surprised at that? But we had beaten them once last year. So again, this is the league. Anything possible. Okay. So they won against Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell shot 8 of 13 from 3. He's not that good of a 3-point shooter. Okay. So the Knicks know that they should have shored up the 3-point line. Then come off the bench with Kevin Love. And then we know what he did also. 8 for 13 from 3. So yes, they need to shore it up. Other than that, they outplayed Cleveland. Okay. They outplayed them on the boards, in the paint, in every other part of the game. They outplayed them, but they did not cover the 3-point line and we lost the game. And that happens in the league with the 3-point shot. Obviously in the modern NBA, there you go. Stephen Curry can carry his team with the 3-point shot. Okay. So that's obviously something that needs to be improved. So let's let them develop over the course of the season. This coming week is going to be tough. I'm still sticking with I'm hoping they come out of this first 10 games. We done played 6. We got 4 more, 5-5. Some of y'all talking about 3-7 already. That's what I'm saying. Listen, the Knicks are a good team. Okay. Good teams lose games. Nobody in the NBA goes 82-0. Nobody. Even the greatest teams don't do that. Okay. Nobody in the NBA plays perfect basketball every game. Okay. This is year 3 of our rebuild and they're going to win at least 45 games. But you got to let them do it. Okay. Will Tom Thibodeau make adjustments? We'll see. Generally, and again, why do y'all set yourselves up for failure and for frustration? Y'all want him to make changes now. You guys know, you should know, he's going to let this run out for 20 games unless something drastic, unless Evan Fournier really is bad or somebody gets hurt. He's going to let this run for 20 games and then he's going to make an assessment and he'll make changes accordingly. 20, 25, 30 games is usually what he does. And so he's going to let this run for a minute and then he's going to make assessments as to what he needs to do. Also, we know it's a little bit more complicated because I believe he had plans for Quentin Grimes to be playing major role on the wing this year. And, Quentin Grimes' foot is obviously more serious. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to guess what it is. Like people are guessing plantar fasciitis or whatever, but I'm not a doctor. I don't want to guess what it is, but it's obviously more serious than a light sprain because he's missed all 6 games and he missed all the games except 1 in the preseason. So something's wrong with that left foot. I don't know what it is. He's got to get that corrected, but that's going to have to throw some monkey wrench into Tom's plans as far as rotation, because I knew he wanted Quentin Grimes in this rotation, which means also, of course, more minutes for Cam. And that's why I'm not worried about Deuce, because we're going to eventually need to use Deuce. The best perimeter defenders we have are Deuce and Cam. So eventually they're going to play, and Deuce just needs to stay ready. He's going to get his chance. He just needs to stay ready. Okay. Plus Brunson is still getting acclimated to running the team, even though he's, to me, he's basketball genius on the IQ level. And he's shown that, and he's going to continue to show that. Everybody needs time to gel. And that's why I'm glad in this case, Tom's going to let them run 20 games, even with Fournier, weakening us on the defensive end. But let's run it and let's make it be shown. And then once it's shown and it's obvious and evident after 20 games, whatever needs to be done, he'll make the changes. I'm pretty confident in that. So, and the good thing is this year, he doesn't have Alec Burks to say, it's my best point guard available. He doesn't have that. So he's still got Emmanuel quickly. He got Derrick Rose. He got Deuce McBride. So I think we'll be all right. Okay. But just gotta let it play out. Okay. Let's not jump off bridges after 6 games, man. It's too soon to start tripping about what they need, what they gotta go get and all of this. No, don't do that. Just wait. Let it run. Let it play out. And let's see what happens now. Next game, 1 game at a time, Atlanta. We could beat Atlanta. Playing in MSG. We should be hyped. I believe the Knicks are going to be hyped for this game. And so Brunson's going to be hyped. Randall's going to be hyped because, he know what they did to him in the playoffs, how they've been talking, and he's ready to play. I'm RJ, that's, take them Ray Charles glasses off, be ready to go. I'm looking for them to win against Atlanta on Wednesday night. Okay. We'll see what happens. And like I said, one of these games, Cam is going to break. We saw flashes against Memphis. He let him get in the flow, stay in the rotation. He's going to break. Yes, Obi is a bit of an enigma. Not because of Obi, but because of Tom. I'd expect Obi to get more minutes. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not understanding this 14, 15 minutes a game. But again, I'm going to wait for the 20 games and see how this plays out without tripping. All right? Y'all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We'll talk soon. Shalom.